Well, Operation Paper Removal continues. Today I'm going through old photos, and when I tell you I was a mood back in the day, looking at my old skinny self, ooh, wait, I guess I always had style. I always looked a little bit different than the people around me. I was fearless. Perm one minute, natural the next, bald with red color. I did what I wanted to do, and I'm glad I took some risks. I should have taken more, but this part of my clear out had me walking down some serious memory lanes, y'all. I see exes, old friends, most of whom, I no longer speak to. Why I had some of these pictures, I literally do not know, because this is beyond clutter. This stuff was forgotten, which explains why I feel absolutely no type of way about throwing these old memories out. Some of these pictures go back to high school. I couldn't name some of these faces if you paid me, and it made me think. Why did I keep pictures of people with whom my connection was so tenuous? I literally have no memory of them now. I was probably trying to document my life, but I didn't realize then that if there's no connection, there's no meaning. If there is static or uncertainty or any bad feelings of any kind, the picture is worse than meaningless. It's literally a reminder of bad feelings, of time best forgotten. Yet it's one that I deliberately kept, which is nuts. But it just goes to show we live and we learn and we move on. I realize now not just that it's important to care for our possessions more thoughtfully and intentionally, but it's important to care for our relationships as well. Why are certain people in your life? How do they treat you? How do you treat them? These are important things to know when you spend time with people. And I think people neglect asking themselves these questions because you get caught up in other folks' lives. They're in close proximity to you, and you're thrown together at school or at work, and it's easy to stick around to try and forge relationships with these people for that reason alone. But looking back, you wonder, what was this even about? In hindsight, it was practically worthless. A waste of my time and energy, if not for the lessons, the realizations, what I learned about myself and what I like and what I don't like and what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate and how I want to treat people and how I don't want to treat people. Back in the day, I remember having feelings of uncertainty about some of these so-called friends, but I made excuses for them. No one is perfect, I'd say, which is absolutely true. It's not that big of a deal, which can also be absolutely true. But why was I trying so hard to forge relationships with people who were ambiguous or not caring? I should have just backed away. I should have spent my time doing other more valuable things. But wisdom truly does come with age, I guess. I know I've certainly come a long way. The people in my life now, I'm 100% certain about. There is no ambiguity, there are no concerns, there's nothing uncertain, because now there is genuine connection. There's care, there's consideration. All the nice things that I discounted or took for granted or dismissed as not that important back in the day, that was a mistake, just like my relationships with some of these people. If I had to do it all again, I'd tell young me to not discount her gut, to not ignore her first mind, or to ignore her weird feelings about certain people. I would tell the young me to let these sometimey people go with love, because there are other, more suitable people waiting out there to be a part of your life who you will have no doubts about at all. So here I am now, prying these pictures out of this album and picking them up and throwing them out because tomorrow's trash day and I will have another load of old and unnecessary. I even found a picture, a naked picture of one of my exes. Why did that Negro let me take a picture and he was cooking something? When I saw it, I almost died. Look at my face. Oh my goodness. I was a wild child. I had a lot of fun. I really did. But, at the end of the day, it's not as important to dwell on the past as it is to consider what you learned from certain experiences and how you can apply those lessons to your life now and potentially in the future. Because the past has its place for sure. There's no doubt about it. I would not want to exchange the experiences that I had because they were mine, even the ones that hurt me. But it's also important to consider how you're going to go forward, how you're going to move forward, how you're going to improve, how you will consider and care and connect with new people. Whether you want the people who are in your life now to remain in your life. Yeah, but I will continue to go through these old pictures and papers, looking at my old grades, papers with A's on them. I really did have a good time back in the day. Not that my life is over, don't misunderstand. But it's always good to look back so you can see how far you've come and where you might want to go.